Today, we will show you how to create an affordable, country-style kitchen using TimberCity's cost-effective, pre-assembled Insta cupboard carcass units. Insta cupboard units come pre-assembled to simplify the cupboard installation process. This means that most of the hard work has been done by TimberCity to save you time and money. Insta cupboards allow cabinetry contractors to complete more installations in a shorter space of time. At the same time, the DIY enthusiast can now tackle any cabinetry project, large and small, with confidence. Let's get started. To complete this project, you will need the following tools: a hammer drill, cordless drill or screwdriver, and chipboard screws in the following sizes: 8x30mm, 6x40mm, and 8x16mm. A jigsaw, a hole saw, hacksaw, a spirit level, wood clamp, a measuring tape, a multi-square, a rubber mallet, a pencil, a 3mm pilot drill bit, and a 6mm masonry drill bit. Before we started, we slightly modified two of the standard Instacupboard units to achieve the country-style look. Firstly, we made the 600 by 560 by 880mm floor unit 230mm shorter to allow for installation of the lab sink. Secondly, we made the 600 by 720 by 300mm wall unit 200mm shorter to allow extra space for installation of the microwave unit below it. Once you have completed the modification of these units, you are ready to proceed with the installation of your country-style kitchen. Step 1. Start by inserting all the legs in the sockets at the base of all the floor units. Make sure the legs are adjusted so that they are all the same length, 150mm. Step 2. Now put the floor units in place. Starting with the corner unit. Place the next unit beside the corner unit and attach it with chipboard screws. Make sure it's level and adjust the legs if necessary before connecting the units with screws. Now repeat this step for each floor unit until all the floor units are in place. Step 3. You now need to attach a side panel between the units when you get to the unit under the lab sink and also on both sides of the grocery cupboard. Before attaching the side panels, cut out a 150 by 70mm rectangle to allow for the kick plate, as well as an indentation to allow for the skirting board on the opposite side. Don't cut the side panels that will go right at the end of your cupboards, except to allow for the skirting board. Step 4. Before attaching the grocery cupboard to the rest of the floor units, screw mounting plates at the top corners. Drill a pilot hole in the center hole of the mounting plates on the long side. Attach the unit to the wall with 6x75mm wall plugs and screws, then attach mounting plates to the top corners of all the wall units. Step 5. Now attach the microwave unit to the base of the wall unit that you have altered before hanging it next to the grocery cupboard. Attach a side panel to the wall unit. Tip: screw an off-cut piece of timber to the top of the unit so it overhangs to keep it in place before hanging it. Let the off-cut rest on the grocery unit next to it. Screw it to the grocery unit and in the wall. Step 6. Assemble the wall unit next to the wall corner unit before hanging it. Use crates and off-cut timber to help keep the unit in place when attaching to the wall with 6x75mm wall plugs and screws. Always use a spirit level to make sure the unit stays level. Now attach the side panel and display unit to the end. Step 7. To prepare the worktops for installation, use contact adhesive to attach the edging strips to all exposed sides of the tops. Apply the adhesive to the tops and the edging and let it dry for about 15 minutes before sticking it. Use a rubber mallet to secure it in place. Remove the excess edging by repeatedly hammering gently on it with the mallet until it snaps off on the front and back edges. Finish the edges off nicely with a fine file. Step 8. Using screws, attach a post-form top joiner to the short side of one of the 800mm lengths of the tops that meets up in the corner. Cut the excess off with a hacksaw. Position all the tops in place and secure them with screws from inside the cupboards. Your carcasses and tops are now in place. Step 9. You can now prepare the cupboard doors for installation. Attach hinges to all the doors with chipboard screws. Step 10. To hang the doors, now screw the door hinges of each door to the inside of the cupboards. Tip: clamp an off-cut piece of timber to the base of the cupboard to make sure the doors are flush with the base of the cupboard. Keep the door straight to the side of the cupboard with the adjustable mounting plate screw completely in. Then attach the hinge. Undo the mounting plate screw and open the door as wide as it can go. Then screw it tight so the doors sit perfectly. Step 11. You can now attach the drawer fronts. Again, using the off-cut timber at the base of the cupboard, first attach the bottom drawer front. Then use the handle screws as spacers for the next drawer fronts before screwing them in place. Step 12. To install the door and drawer handles, drill holes for the handle screws and attach them with screws from the inside. Tip: we made a template with off-cut timber to make it easier to attach all the handles in the same position. Step 13. Measure and cut the kick plates for installation below the floor units to cover the legs. Screw them in place from the inside of the cupboards. Then cover all screws with self-adhesive screw caps. Your kitchen installation is now complete. The next step is optional to round off the country-style look. To nicely finish off the look of your country-style kitchen, you can make a knotty pine splashback. We cut 12mm chipboard to fit against the wall behind the sink and screwed it into the wall. We measured and cut the knotty pine to fit and stuck it to the chipboard with Patek's No More Nails. We added a pine molding at the top to finish it off and painted it white with New Glow water-based enamel. For more information on TimberCity's exclusive Insta Cupboard product range, visit the TimberCity webpage at www.timbercity.co.za. Insta Cupboards. Quality, affordable, pre-assembled. The easy way to an affordable kitchen. This TimberCity Insta Cupboard step-by-step guide was developed in association with Home Magazine.
TimberCity, your project partner.